gas. And even though the different prices around the country, everybody's prices are up significantly. That's the thing, right? All of us know the gas price is up. What else we have? Trump said it is unlikely the Iranians will rise up soon against the regime today. And he added, listen to what he added here. They asked him, like, when will he know when the war should end? I will feel it in my bones. Trump will feel it in his bones when we've won and we can end the war. If Trump knew why we were in Iran, if he knew why we went to war, okay, thank you, Willow. If he knew why we went to war, right? Thank you, Rosie, for the bunnies, right? If we had a good reason why we went to war, that would dictate when the war is over, right? If we went in to destroy the missiles, then once the missiles are destroyed, whoa. If we went in to destroy their nuclear capacity, once the nuclear capacity is destroyed, we leave. The fact that he can't give an answer. How will you know when it's time to come home? I will feel it in my bones when it's time to end the war. That's somebody that has no idea why we're at war. No idea why we're at war. I mean, that's really scary. That's really freaking scary. Iran Supreme Leader, this is according to Hegseth, so who knows? Iran Supreme Leader is reportedly wounded and likely disfigured. They're saying that because he's not been showing up on TV and stuff. Having said that, that could be Pentagon disinformation. So trying to flush him out, because if he shows a picture where he is, then they use the CIA to figure out where he is and they bomb him again. So who knows? Hegseth claimed today that Iran's leadership is desperate and hiding. They've gone underground, cowering. That's what rats do, he said. In fact, Iran's leadership marched in a parade today in a protest publicly on the streets. There's pictures of them. CBS reports, oh yes, Trump has loosened the sanctions against Russia even further because he's trying to lower oil prices. The experts think it's not going to lower oil prices very much, but it is going to give Russia billions of dollars. Thank you, Julie, for the gift. CNN reports that top Trump officials acknowledged to lawmakers during recent classified briefings that they did not plan for the possibility of Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz in response to strikes. Now, I'm going to read you this. A little more complicated. The reason, multiple sources said, was administration officials believed closing the strait would hurt Iran more than the U.S., a view that was bolstered by Iran's empty threats to act in the strait after the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities last summer. Now, here's the thing, though. Last summer, we didn't kill their leader and most of their top government officials. Last summer, we didn't say we were going to wipe out the entire regime and have a regime change. I mean, this is now an existential threat. Israel especially has made clear they want to wipe the Iranian government off the map. Well, if someone says they're going to take you out, are you going to say, well, I'll take them out with me? Yes, most likely, right? I mean, last summer, it wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't Armageddon for Iran. This is. So they have a greater incentive to take down. For the Trump people, thank you, Dolphin, to not be prepared for Iran to shut down oil exports through the Strait of Hormuz is criminal negligence. I mean, I've been working on this stuff since 1980s. I was in graduate school and law school studying Soviet Union, Middle East, everything else. The notion of Iran shutting down oil exports if we attacked them was a given. Wasn't a guarantee, but it was a given that was one serious possibility of what would happen. For Trump to pretend now like nobody could have predicted the Iranians would shut down their oil, everyone has been predicting for 50 years that Iran would have shut down the oil. These people. Where was this? Hang on here. Oh, NATO officials intercepted a ballistic missile fired over Iran at Turkey again today. This was the third time the Iranians tried to attack Turkey. Trump told G7 leaders in a virtual meeting Wednesday that Iran is about to surrender. I mean, again, if you spent your life as a con man, you're used to lying and you're used to people believing your lies. And I think, look, the man made it to president twice, right? People believe the lies. But like when you're dealing with intelligent people, they tend not to believe the lies. And like the other leaders of the world, especially our allies, tend to be pretty smart men and women. You can't just bullshit them. Oh, okay, war's almost over. They're going to surrender. Okay, sure. Another Trump tweet. Listen to this tweet today. This was part of a tweet Trump wrote about the Iranians today. Would want to write this. President of the United States. Watch what happens to these. He's talking about Iran. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They've been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years. And now I, as the 47th president of the United States of America, am killing them. What a great honor it is to do so. I mean, seriously. Thank you, Stormy. Very sweet of you. I always forget. That's not one of the gifts, is it? Oh, that's the Trump wig. Yes, it is. That's the Trump wig. Thank you for that. I probably should have had the Trump wig on during the, while I was reading the Trump stuff there. Sorry. One of the TikTok gifts gets the Trump wig. So I still have to get my Trump comb, my comb for the Trump wig. It's just so, sorry, in my eyes, it's so freaking embarrassing. No human being should talk like that. No president of the United States should talk like that. And it is embarrassment that people voted for this man twice. It really is. It really is. No self-respecting American would support something like that. No self-respecting human being talks that way. And by the way, he talks the way somebody who's insecure and insignificant talks. That's the thing. But, talking about killing them, it's when you're the president of the United States, you don't have to mention how you can kill people because everybody knows you can, right? That's the whole point. And it's the same way when he talks about people being low IQ. It's because he's low IQ. I always laugh when the hat gift mixes with other stuff. It's because he's not very bright. And he's very insecure about not being very bright. He knows, I'm sorry, but anybody with half an ounce of intelligence, you can tell who's smart and who isn't. Donald Trump, he's a con man. Yes, right? Thank you again. He's a very good con man. So he's very good at conning people with lies. That doesn't make him smart. It makes him street savvy in terms of tricking people, right? Yes, doesn't make you smart. This is unfortunately kind of the same thing. Bloomberg energy columnist. This is a columnist at Bloomberg who covers energy. My working assumption, thank you, Jen, for the leprechaun. My working assumption is that the oil market will add $3 to $6 a barrel to the headline price for every day, every single day that the war continues. Let me read this again. This is a columnist with Bloomberg who covers energy. My working assumption is that the oil market will add $3 to $6 a barrel to the headline price every single day. That every single day, the price of oil is going to go up $3 to $6 a barrel more because of Donald Trump. A day. That means in 1 week, you're talking $20 to $42, $20 to $40. That's insane over the next month if this keeps going. Very scary stuff. Now, it's already, they're still going up. I did not see what I'm going to guess upper 90s right now for was it West Texas? Let me see where it is right now. Oil prices today. Let's see. 97. Yeah. It's at 97 right now. So we're a little higher. We started the day, I'm going to say midnight when I say started the day. We started the day around 94. Yeah, 94.3, and now we're at 97. So it's up 3%. Depends which one. I think this is well, these are crude oil futures. Crude oil futures. It depends which. Let me see which one. Different prices. Yeah, West Texas is 98. Brent is 103. Yeah, so Brent crude is 103. West Texas is 98. So yeah, and again, The big problem for all of us is that oil makes fuel, makes jet fuel, makes gasoline, makes plastics. Every product in the world that gets shipped somewhere typically goes in a vehicle that runs fossil fuels made from oil, right? Gasoline, jet fuel, airplanes, FedEx, UPS, the packages you buy from Amazon, they come to you in trucks. They come to you via planes, right? Everything is fuel. When fuel prices go up, all the other prices go up too. Medicine too, I was not aware of that. I mean, medicine gets shipped, but I didn't know, does medicine have any kind of fossil fuel underpinning precursor kind of to it? I don't know about that. Anyway, a little bit more here, guys, and then we'll open this up to questions. Airline tickets, speaking of which, airline tickets in the U.S. have doubled on some airlines in response to the oil price increase caused by Trump's war. Spirit Airlines has doubled prices, while United and Delta have increased domestic prices 15% and 57%, respectively. Trump used a photo. Remember last week when we were doing the transfer of our soldiers who died in Kuwait, and they were bringing them back, the coffins, and Trump went in his baseball hat? It's worse than that. They did an email fundraiser today using the picture of the coffin in front of Trump. That's the coffin with the American flag on it of our dead U.S. service member killed in action. Trump did a fundraiser. I mean, this is one screen grab of it. I mean, and people were trying to say, oh, maybe he didn't know. Do you think Trump's organizations are using the picture of him in front of a dead U.S. service member, and they're not asking his permission before they use that picture, right? Even the caption, very few spots remaining. You're right. That sounds creepy too. Yeah. No, I mean, it just, horrible. Anyway, all right. Let's quit with, not quit. I'm not going anywhere, but let's stop with that. Let's hang and talk. This is the part, hello TikTokers, this is the part we hang out. We hang out and